What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Jab Queen Boxing, and it is Thursday. So, you know what that means. It is Throwback Thursday, baby. Boxing style. Better yet, Jab Queen Boxing style. And today, our throwback feature presentation is none other than Nigel the Dark Destroyer Benn. Nigel Benn boxed from 1987 to 1996 in an orthodox stance for a total of 48 fights, 42 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. 35 of those wins came by way of knockout, which is probably why he had a KO ratio of 83%. He made his pro debut against Groma Ahmad. Now, this fight ain't last too long because Nigel put him down twice in the second round, ending the fight in only 1 minute and 10 seconds in. After that, he started whooping heads and taking names, literally. In 1988, he won the vacant Commonwealth middleweight title by defeating Abdul Amaru. Now, this was by second round stoppage. Okay. He went on a 21 fight win streak all the way up until 1989 when he faced Michael Watson. This fight was for a belt, too. Now, Watson was the underdog in this fight. Then he started strong. But Watson, he was known for his defense and his discipline, so he was able to withstand some of Ben's attack. With all that in account, Watson started to find success with his counter shots and breaking through Ben's aggressive style. By round 6, Watson landed a nice right that put Ben on the canvas. He couldn't beat the count, or was too exhausted to beat the count. Watson won the Commonwealth middleweight title and gave Nigel Benn his very first professional loss. After suffering his very first career loss, Nigel Benn, he got right back in there because that's what champions and warriors do. He made his first U.S. debut in October of that very same year, 1989, in Atlantic City, New Jersey, no less, against Jorge Amparo. Now, this was pretty much a lopsided fight. Nigel Benn won by unanimous decision in the 10th round. This also marked the very first time he had went the distance. This started his new 5-fight win streak, which included his fight with Doug DeWitt in 1990, also taking place in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This was a tough fought fight. I mean, DeWitt knocked Ben down in round 2. Okay, but Ben got up, baby, and started going to work on him. Left hook here, right uppercut here, putting him down in the 3rd round and 3 times in the 8th. The ref eventually stopped the fight, crowning Ben the new WBO middleweight champ. Now, y'all already know when you have a belt, it's always someone trying to take it from you. So, he took on Iran Barkley in 1990. in a WBO title defense. Man, he made easy work out of Barkley. From the first bell, Ben was on his ass. Knocked him down 3 times in the first round before the ref stepped in and stopped the fight. And Nigel Benn retains his WBO championship belt. And the saga continues. Up next for the squabble was Chris Eubank for a title defense. Now, this fight actually has a juicy little backstory. Obviously, with Nigel Benn having won his first few fights by knockout, his name was buzzing. So Eubank actually started calling him out after after Ben's, I think it was 10th knockout, but then he suffered that loss to Watson, so he had to rebuild, and he did obviously after he beat DeWitt, winning the WBO belt, and mollywopping Barkley defending it. It was finally time for these two to get it on. Now, once Ben had agreed to the fight, all kind of foolishness started. Child, they was sabotaging you. They sabotaged Eubanks' ring walk music. He was walking down to Tina Turner's "Simply the Best." The music cut off mid walk. Oh, it was so terrible. Anyway, the first few rounds were more or less filler rounds, or lack thereof, any damn way. Wasn't a lot happening, but baby, by round 4, ooh, during a break clinch, Eubank took a crazy right uppercut to the chin that made him bite his damn tongue. Okay, it left a nasty gash in his mouth, and he started swallowing a lot of blood. They were in there banging. Nigel's eye was swollen shut by the 5th round. 6th round, Eubank was firing back, baby, throwing his own shots. Ben covered up while on the ropes. Now, supposedly, Ben was hitting Eubank with some low blows. That's what the people say. That I ain't say. That's what the people say. Okay, but Eubank, he was tough, man. He fought back in the 7th. With the fight neck and neck, things started to get a little hot. Now, by this time, child, Ben is tired. Okay, he was trying to catch Eubank with some flashy overhand shots, followed by some short hooks. Eubanks, man, he was trapped in the corner when an overhand right caught him on the top of the head, knocking his ass down. He got up quick, he did. He claimed that he slipped, but he took an 8 count nonetheless. Now, Eubank, he finished that round strong, right? And poised and prone between the rounds. The 9th round was an even round until Eubank missed with a right. Connor Ben caught him with a left hook, landed him on the unbalance. Now, Eubanks, he went down. Okay, he got up. He started circling around Connor Ben. He started releasing a left combination, right hook. That had been a little buzzed. Ben survived the flurry and the clinch, but a straight right from Eubank sent him into the corner. And you know the the ref, he stepped in to end the flurry with 5 seconds left of the 9th round, ending what he called the most dramatic fight that he ever refereed. After such a knockdown, drag out fight, he took a few months off to lick his wounds, but he came back better, winning his next 10 fights straight, picking up some belts along the way, too. He took the WBC strap from Galvano, give me that sucker, in 92. After Galvano suffered a severe cut and could not continue in the third round, then he fought Mickey Piper. He retained his title that year as well, stopping him with the TKO in the 11th round. Now, obviously, Galvano wanted some more smoke, so he rematched him and won again. He beat Lou Gant, dropping him 3 times in the third and twice in the fourth before the fight was finally stopped by the referee. And that brings us right back to the disaster. As a competitor, obviously, we knew we were going to be getting a rematch between him and Eubanks, right? Well, in 1993, they ran that sucker right back again with all the belts on the line. Again. This time, it ended in a draw. 115, 113 Eubank, 114, 113 Ben, and 114, 114. Majority draw. After yet another hard fought fight with Chris Eubanks, he went on to win again, a couple bumps along the road. He went up against Henry Wharton, retaining his WBC, Juan Gimenez, retaining his WBC. He had a pretty tough fight with Gerald McLennan in 1995. In that fight, Ben actually was knocked out of the ring in the first round and he went down again in round 8. McLennan was also permanently injured in this fight. This is the one fight that still haunts Nigel Benn to this day. He still checks in on McLennan from time to time, checks in on his wife and his family. After this fight, he went on to fight a few more times, and then in 1996, he had a fight with Delaney Malingo. This fight was actually a rematch and a title defense, his 10th title defense to be exact. Now, these two had fought earlier in Ben's career, and Ben had defeated Magdalena. But in 1996, the results wouldn't be the same. Malinga proved to be a highly durable fighter, and despite being knocked down, he continued to fight rather well. Delaney Magdalena won via split decision, claiming Ben's WBC super middleweight title. Many say that Nigel just wasn't the same after the McLean fight. He had 2 more fights, both with Stephen Collins in 96, and lost them both. He retired in November of that year after being stopped in the rematch. He actually retired on the stool. After Ben retired in 1999, he struggled with some addictions and even attempted suicide. He regarded that as a turning point in his life, after which he gave himself over to God and committed himself to doing the right thing. And as such, he started working with at risk kids and dedicated his life's work to charity. Ben was inducted into the Hall of Fame by the WBC in 2013. He ran for City of Surf to raise funds for the most underfunded Police Citizens Youth Club, in which he was an ambassador. He has a son, obviously, we all know, Connor Benn. And you know Connor Benn, he turned professional in 2016. Another son, Harley, who turned professional in 2017. Nigel Benn currently lives in Australia, still working with at risk children and serving as a charity ambassador. He's also a patron for the UK based Shannon Bradshaw Trust and advocates for healthy living. Thank you so much, Nigel Benn, for the time you spent in that ring. Well, guys, that concludes this week's episode of Throwback Thursday. The legends that boxing forgot. As usual, if you guys have somebody special you want me to highlight, drop it in the comment section below, and they can be featured on next week's Throwback Thursday. But until next time, y'all know what to do. Catch me on the panel.